All right, guys, welcome back to the homestead. Really, the goats are chiming in. So I just got off work, and I gotta admit, we're running dangerously low on firewood for the outdoor wood boiler. If you guys have been following along, oh look, squirrel. You know that I installed an outdoor wood boiler this year for the first time to heat our home. And so far we've done that. It's heated our house 100%. A couple little issues. We'll talk about that in a wrap-up video later on. But overall, it's been amazing. So you guys are crooked. Ow, stuck. Explaining what I'm doing out here. A few videos ago, it's been about a month now, I came out here and there was a big pile of firewood to be cut. And I cut it all up. And my intentions were, cut it all up and stack it on pallets right here on the wood line. What had happened was, I got sick. Right after I cut this wood up, I got sick. Now, I'm not saying what I had, but it starts with a C. It knocked me out. That affected me for about 3 weeks. And then Ohio decided that it wanted to go back to its roots for winter weather. And we got piled with snow. And this stuff's been sitting on the ground covered in snow ever since. Now, I have come back here and got a couple totes already. I'm trying to get a couple more, try and get me through the rest of this winter. Believe it or not, this wet stuff does burn. I didn't believe it, but I threw it in there. It does burn. I'm gonna stop yapping and start digging and get this wood out of here. You guys remember this? It's gonna come in handy today. A lot of picking and finding this stuff and then loading it up. So let's get started. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap this up for today. It's funny, at work, I think about all the things I want to do when I get home. And my list is always real long, but the reality is I'm running out of daylight. I still got to take care of the animals, and I do need to edit a video and upload it. I got one tote full. I got 2 more empty totes. We're supposed to have some warmer weather this week, so I won't be able to get back out here tomorrow, but maybe the next night I can get back out here and maybe some more of this wood will be exposed. I don't know how much more wood is sitting here, to be honest with you. It looked like a big pile. I wanted to say a couple things at the end of the videos. We'll try this and see how it works. Not a lot of you are going to stick around to the end of the video, so the true followers will. There's a couple things I want to say, I mean, particularly about this outdoor wood boiler. You know, everybody I talked to when I talked about getting one of these tried to talk me out of it. Nobody had anything good to say. But none of them owned a wood boiler. They just, I don't know what they were basing their experience off of, but it seemed to be common ground for folks to talk me out of it. And the only person that I talked to that had positive things to say was my neighbor, and he has the exact same wood boiler as me. I just lucked out and got the same one as him. Now, I've always felt that an outdoor wood boiler is the ideal source of heat if you live on a property or have access to wood. Now, if you had to buy firewood, in my area, it's still cheaper to buy the firewood than it is propane. And that's not the case in all areas, so that may or may not work for you. But if you have a piece of property with woods on it, I just don't see the downside. Now, the most common thing people would say is it's a lot of work. And it is. It is a lot of work. But, you know, you guys are watching these videos, you're seeing me play out my dream. I'm working on my dream. And I'm not doing these videos to show off or brag, because I really don't have anything. I mean, I have a lot, and I'm very thankful for what I have, but I'm not, hopefully that comes across the right way. I'm not trying to brag. What I'm trying to do is share with you guys my experiences so that someone watching this, maybe younger or my age, can say, well, if he can do it, so can I. And you can. There's so much opportunity out there in this time we live in right now. It's unbelievable, and you have to take advantage of it. Nobody's going to give it to you. There's no free ride. There's no magic trick. A lot of it's hard work, and just always drive to do better, strive to do better. And that's kind of how I live my life. I've always been that way. Grew up poor, and I think that molded me into what I am today. And it's, in a way, it's a curse, because nothing ever seems good enough. Although I'm very content, I can always do better, and I'm always seeking that next adventure. So what I'm trying to say about the hard work, I enjoy the hard work. It gives me a reason to be outside. It gives me a reason to buy chainsaws and run chainsaws. It gives me a reason to use my axes. I enjoy all of that stuff. And if I didn't do firewood, I'd have no reason for it. These are my hobbies. This is what I enjoy to do. I spend the whole day at work in a dungy shop working on not cars anymore, but working on trucks. And I'm getting dripped on by road grime, and it's dark in there, and there's no sunlight this time of year. It feels really good to just come home and load up a basket of firewood. I can't tell you how good I feel right now. It's almost like running. If you've ever been a runner, you understand the runner's high. I enjoyed running, but the thought of running I didn't like. So I used to have to amp myself up to go run. But a half mile into that run, I'd be all amped up, and wondering why I don't do this all the time. But you quickly forget that high, and it's hard to keep motivated. But with this, it's just something I want to do. I'm driven to do it. So yeah, it's a lot of work, no doubt about it. It is a lot of work, but I'm enjoying every minute of it, and I get so much enjoyment out of heating my house from my hard work. I'm not paying anybody to bring me a fuel to heat my house. It's all on me. I'm doing it for relatively cheap overall. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I don't have a lot of money invested in this whole system, and it's heating my house. If it's, I don't know what our coldest temperatures were, but we keep the thermostat at 70, and it stays 70 degrees unless there's a problem. But we've only had a couple. It's a lot of rambling just to say, if you're sitting on the other side of this camera and you're watching me, if you're thinking about doing something like this, homesteading, owning a piece of property, find a way to get there and do it. Don't listen to what other people are saying. If don't let people talk you out of your dreams. It's very easy. Just a lot of times it's easier to just not say anything and show people than it is to say something or discuss it. So, and if you're going to take advice from people, make sure that they have experience in what you're asking, not just some random person that heard an outdoor wood boiler is not the way to go, and he doesn't really know why. He doesn't have any excuses other than it's a lot of work. So, all right, guys, enough of my ranting and ramblings. If you guys enjoy the wisdom from Killinger or whatever you want to call it, let me know, and we'll sprinkle a little bit here and there as it comes to mind. But get out there, guys, make it happen. It's not going to happen for you. Take care.